Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. This time I'm going to help you set up the AR750 from GL-INET as a VPN client, and that starts now. In the previous video, we walked through the setup process of getting this little gem up and running. Took just a few minutes. And I'm very happy to tell you the same thing is going to happen in getting it up as a VPN client. With it being used on OpenVPN, there are several providers out there to choose from, and I'm going to use one that is a free source. Now, granted, it's not going to be the fastest speed in the world, but it will help you kind of get your feet wet, and if nothing else, it's good to have as a backup provider, because sometimes you may have a problem getting to a VPN provider from one location or another. So having said that, let's go to the other camera where we'll start walking through the process of getting it up and running. And we'll go over here. Okay, here we go. Now, you'll want to go through the web browser again. You're going to want to set up two tabs, one for the AR750 and the other for the VPN service provider. Now, we're already on VPN Book here at this point, and there are several bundles, as you can see. I went for both the US bundles. There's Canadian, German, French, and there's advantages to having those as well, and we dropped that graphic. This is the username and password. You're going to want to have that handy, and I would say just keep the tab open. So to get this done, you simply click on that tab, and then you can either drag the zip file that you've downloaded, or in this case, I've got the wrong directory up, so give me just a second here and we'll get that taken care of. And then it's just a matter of, let me get the screen resized here a little bit. Should have had that done better for you. So you'll just take the .zip file you've downloaded and we'll just drag it over. And then the first thing it'll do is ask you for the credentials. Now, this is going to be what we saw on that web page back over here on this tab right there. So although you could type it in, I just cut and pasted over. That way it's coming straight off the website. Not sure what's in the password field there, so we're going to do another copy and paste there. And then we'll bring that over, paste that in, hit submit. Now this is going to store it within the little AR750. And we're going to, while we're doing it, let's go ahead and get the second profile that you saw me download, US2 zip. We'll bring that over. And again, it's going to prompt us for that. So we'll go back to that other tab and we will do just another cut and paste. It's a shame you can't only have one in the buffer at one time, but hey, it could be worse. And we'll go back here and grab the password and bring it over. And that's it. The information is stored. Now, to get this up and running, you can just select a profile you want, click on Enable, and then check Apply. That is a way to get this up and running. And it's going to seem like it's not doing anything, but it really is. You'll see it start here in just a second. And now it's already going through the process of getting the link established and binding the IPs and everything that it's got to do. And it seems like it takes forever, but you're watching this in real time. So it's been very quick to get established. And there you are. You're connected. So you really can't get much better than that. Now, that's just a way of doing it. We're going to go back to the main page, and you see where it says Switch Button Configuration. That's this little button here on the end. We're going to go and select OpenVPN Toggle, click Apply. And this is what's going to make it easier. You can actually enable the VPN from there. So at this point, we're going to get the VPN disabled, and I think probably because of redefining that button, we've already done that. So I will go ahead and move the button over here to enabled. You're moving it away from the dot, and see it's already connecting. We didn't have to check the enable box, and it's going through the process. And again, it takes just a few seconds. It seems like forever, but it really is pretty straightforward with doing that. Now, when you have got it connected, we're going to get back over here to the main page. Okay, see, I've just turned it off. So again, dropping the switch back over here to where it has the dot on it, turns it off. We can select the other profiles there. So sometimes if TCP 443 is not available, using TCP 80. And if you're going to change profiles, you're going to have to do it from the web interface first, because this little button is only going to remember the last one that you activated. And it's always a good idea to go ahead and manually activate it here once, let it establish, and then you should be good to go from that point on. There are other providers, like I said, so it's just a matter of what makes the most sense for you. There are providers where you can get access from other countries. And here's a reason why that's good. And I've used VPNs in the past for troubleshooting. If you're having problems with a firewall rule, and we're going to light up another tunnel here, being able to cause your traffic to come from another area of the country is a good way to see if a firewall rule is doing what it should, if you need to block certain paths getting into the network from, say, certain countries. So that's an option. And you can run a an option to at least gives you a thumbnail. And see, at this point, it's giving us a reading that our upload's better than our download. And that you would kind of be surprised, but that's the internet is a wonderful thing when it works. And we can run all sorts of different tests, but there's other, like I said, there's other bundles you can get to here, especially if you're traveling out of the country. There's some content if you live here in the US that you may not be able to get to. So if you VPN in and you appear like you're coming in from inside the country, you should still be able to get what you want to, plus protecting what you're doing to and from your network. So really, it's a very easy thing to set up. I've been very pleased with how well this has worked. If you have any questions, this is going to be going in my book that I've been talking about off and on. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me through either the comments on the video on YouTube, or you will be seeing some of this on Facebook. I do have a Patreon page set up, so if you would like to help me with support that way, that would be great. And you can do as little as $1 a month, because I'm doing about 2 to 3 videos a week. So that's less than 20 cents on average per video. And let's face it, when have you spent $1 and gotten less? But that is one way of doing it. There are affiliate links that you will see in each of the videos. If you buy something through that, I do get a small commission. That doesn't change your price, but it does help me with the costs of the equipment I've been getting, because sometimes, I'm not always able to get these for free from the different manufacturers, and they have their policies, and I respect that. But that's another way you can help me. So there's going to be a series still yet to go. There's several things I'll be doing. There's where you can tether your cell phone to this, use it as a WAN source, or linking it into cellular network. We're going to be able to, I'll show you how to use this as a Wi-Fi bridge, so that what you have in your hotel room or wherever you are will link through existing Wi-Fi, but you're still protected because of the firewall right here, and it's using the OpenWRT package, which is pretty decent. You already saw in the other video the amount of stuff once you go in under the hood. But first, get used to what you're working with. And it's, like I said, it's a very compact little package. I'm very happy with what I've seen so far on it. It's well worth the money. It was I think it was about $35 or $40 on Amazon, and that's not bad for a little single board computer running a Linux distribution from what I've seen. So and you can also, it's got a little micro SD card slot here that gives you another way of getting access to files. You can share that between computers. So I guess I just can't say enough about it. It's a versatile little box, and one that if you do any amount of traveling, we're also going to be showing you how in the next few videos using a streaming media receiver with this. So that will be another way we'll kind of really put this to the test. I've gone on long enough. Thank you if you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, please consider doing so, because every person I get is important, because it's getting me one step closer to where I can be able to do even more on videos. My target right now is 500, and once I hit that, then my target's going to be 1,000. And anything that I can do to help you answer some questions, please. If I don't know, then we'll find out together. But I want to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I've come across. Well, thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.